everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, is a stitch with me, and I am working on this one from Sevengreat. So it's the Rainbow Dragon. I did already make a little start on it the other night, so I've done some of this red here. But I've jumped over into the main body and using this white. It's not even white, it's cream, I think. So how are you all? We're all good. I think we're just left with like the after effects of COVID. Me and the other half have still got a bit of a bad cough, which leaves me wheezing sometimes. Other than that, I think, you know, I'm okay. My sinuses are not so bad now. I do have to admit, I never want to have that again. That was really bad. I mean, even with all the migraines I've suffered in the past, and, you know, up till recently, I don't think I've ever felt that rough. So, yeah, I'm glad to see the back of it. And I hope it doesn't come knocking again. Oh, hang on. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that one's correct. It's okay. So I've got two symbols here. I've got this, like, sideways V shape, and then I've got this L-shaped one. And when if you're not, like, paying attention, you can get them mixed up a little bit. Come here. Ouch. So, what with having COVID and everything, I really haven't been up to much. I don't know, I've been stitching, I just haven't felt much like stitching. It's kind of been, I don't want to say forced, because that makes it sound bad, but let me just fold this. Thank you. Yeah. I've been working a lot on my Winnie the Pooh one more than anything else, I think. And I've also done a lot on my 1 Point Mind mystery cell, the Over the Moon one, because I've fallen behind. What with everything that's gone on, I'm not surprised. So I'm still trying to finish August's. September's I already have. And then in a few days' time I'm going to have October's section as well, so I need to pull my finger out. I think August's had 6,000 stitches because there was a border across the bottom, and then another little panel, as I call it, with a moon in it. And then I think it's like lightning, it's meant to be. It's back stitched in black on the moon. And then I've got another little oh, there. So I was trying to see where I'm going. Then I've got another little panel for September's to do as well. So yeah, I did 800. I think I've done 900 stitches on it since last, just over a week ago. I showed it to you guys, and since then I've done 900 odd stitches, nearly 1,000 actually. So I'm getting there, but slowly. But I don't mind working on that one, even though it's on black fabric and it can get a little bit annoying. I enjoy that one, I really do. And then when I came to pull all my new threads out, because I ordered a bunch more, I pulled them out the box and realised I'd ordered blanc instead of B5200, so I was kind of panicking a little bit that it wasn't going to look right. But to be fair, I can't tell the difference when they're side by side. I honestly can't, so I'm just going to keep going. Mind you, I haven't looked at it in daylight. When I was trying to see the other night, it was sort of early evening, it was grey, and I tell you, we've had a right mixed bag of weather these last few days. It's been nice and warm, the sun's been out, and then the next day it's been completely miserable, cold, raining. Yeah. Not the best, but you make the best of what you've got, don't you? So I've had to use my headlamp because it was too grey. It actually felt like first thing in the morning, it was like early evening because it was just so awful. Dark and miserable. Ouch, just stabbed myself again. Ellie said to me this morning, can we go to Asda? It's when we do her paper round, she does one side, I do the other. We both end up the top of the road by Asda. So I said, yeah, okay, then have you got your purse? She said, yes. We gets to the self-serve till this morning. I start scanning the items while she gets her purse out, and all I hear is, oh. And I look at her. What's the matter? She says, well, she went to the shop for me yesterday, and she emptied her purse and put my money in her purse to use that. But when she got back, she never put her money back into her purse. So when we went to Asda, her purse was actually empty. And I didn't have my card with me. So I had to cancel the transaction. I had to wait for a member of staff at Asda to come over and cancel it all. And I just apologised profusely that, you know, she brought the wrong purse with her. So which meant, oops, sorry guys, I'm knocking you. Yeah, which meant she got no money on her at all, so we had to come home, and then her and Riley went back up this afternoon. Yeah, that was funny. I've only ever done that once before, and this is when Reese was a newborn. I mean, he's 23 now, but we went into Asda then, and Rob joked with me that he forgot his wallet, and I said, oh my God, don't do that to me. He goes, no, I'm only joking, I haven't really. And when he pulled his wallet out, I realised, and I think so did he at the same time, that that wasn't the wallet that his money and his card were in. And we bought a whole heap of shopping, I'm not kidding. We got a trolley full. So we just looked at each other, and then we looked at the lady on the till, and we were like, we are so sorry. Rob explained, so she had to cancel the transaction, but Rob said keep it there because I'm not going to be long, I'm going to nip home, grab my card and come back. So she was like, okay, very understanding, bless her. But I don't think I've ever done it since then. I've forgotten, honestly. So embarrassing sometimes. That sun's glaring off my phone. You guys can't see that because it's glaring off the top, but yeah, every time I put my head down to see, I got the glare in my face. Ouch. But yeah. Get off. So other than that, things have been pretty quiet here. I've had to contact the doctors again because I've been having some really weird symptoms. So I got in contact with them yesterday, and he asked me a bunch of questions because there was no appointments left. She said, I can do a phone consultation for you because based on your symptoms, I think you need it. So I was very appreciative of that, and he rang me, and I kind of, right, this is what I've got going on. I have 3 different symptoms. 2 of them are sort of, you know, related, but because it was a skin issue. And the third one was just something else. But I gave all my symptoms to him and he said, right, okay, have you got any issues with your eyes? And I said, no. What is that? Is that heart? Is that? Forgive me 1 second, guys. I've got I don't... Or is it just the way I'm looking at it? I think it's just the way I'm looking at it. Anyway, he asked me if there was any problems with my eyes, and I said, well, nothing that I haven't mentioned to the opticians, and they're like, you know, that's nothing that they can deal with. He said, right, okay. Based on the symptoms you've given me, he said, I'm going to do a full blood test before we go any further. He thinks some of my symptoms could be vitamin deficiencies. So I was, okay. I mean, the symptoms I had, I mean, I even had to look them up, one of them on Google, because it's been so weird. I looked it up ages ago. And it's referred to as restless leg syndrome. Now, the past few weeks, it has been horrendous, especially at bedtime. I've been sat on the side of the bed almost in tears. Because it leaves your arms, well, your legs mostly, but I've been getting it in my arms as well. But it leaves you feeling like you can't sit still. Your legs have to be constantly moving, because as soon as you stop, there's an overwhelming, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an ache. It's not pain. That's the thing. It's nothing painful. It's just an overwhelming ache, and you have to keep the limbs moving. So weird. It's hard to explain. But anyway, he said that could be a sign of vitamin deficiency. Then I also have something he referred to as altered sensations in my skin. So I've been having tingling sensations, which is really weird because it's not painful. It can sometimes feel like I've got something crawling on my skin. The tingling sensation is really weird. And I get that on my back. Not always in the same place, but one of them is a common place for me. It's where most of it happens, which is kind of on my shoulder blade, on the back above my shoulder blade. And then sometimes it'll be elsewhere. But I also get really weird patches of sore skin. Now, the side of my hip is common for that. And I struggle with things touching it, like my clothes, or even just in general, like, you know, you run your hand over your skin. It doesn't matter how light you do it. If it's on that particular patch of skin, it stings. It reminds me of a graze. You know, when you fell over, you've grazed your skin, only like, not badly, but you know, when it stings just to put something on it, like a cold compress. That's the kind of sting I'm talking about. And he's saying they could be signs of deficiency, vitamin deficiencies as well. So they could be signs of other things. But I think vitamin deficiency is high up on the list and should be ruled out first. I think that's where he was going with that. Oh, I just pulled it off my needle. So yeah, the sore skin, the tingling sensations, almost like something's crawling on me, and the restless arms and legs. I'd rather the tingling any day, all day, over the arms and legs. It is a horrible feeling. But we shall see what comes of that. Tyler's going to grab me my blood form tomorrow. I've just pulled it back off again. Yeah, because I have to catch a bus to go and pick it up from my doctor's. So Tyler's got his college bus pass, so he said he'll go and get it. And then I've just got to arrange to go down the hospital and have bloods drawn. So yeah, I've still got to make another appointment at the dentist too, because I had to cancel my last appointment because of COVID. It's been like 3 weeks now. I need to remake that appointment for a checkup on my gums. It does keep from time to time aching a bit, like I've got a bit of gum ache. But I go and give it a saltwater rinse, and sometimes that helps. I think I need to do that today, to be honest. But then I need to ring them tomorrow. Things have just been pretty stressful around here for the last couple of weeks or so. I'm not going to go into details, but, you know, things have been a bit hard. But I'm sure they'll work themselves out. Things have a way of, you know, working out in the end. Ooh, hey, working out in the end. So I do have another unboxing that I have done that I need to post, so that will be at some point this week. I also have a Stitch With Me that I should have already done ages ago, and I haven't, I think. So I've got to do another one. What I might do is just put music over that one, so kind of you can kind of watch me stitch, or stitch along with me with some music. Just so that I'm still fulfilling my part of the deal with these companies that I have these cross stitches from. I can't believe we're nearly in October. And then October also means my grandson is 3 on Halloween. And then they'll have another one due in March, and she's, I was talking to Reese yesterday, and I heard Courtney in the background saying, no more, this is it, I'm done. But we had the conversation of how good a woman's brain is at forgetting the pain. However, as soon as the labour starts for your second one, it all comes flooding back. So you forget in the meantime, and then you become broody, and then you get pregnant. And then as soon as those contractions start, it's like a massive kick in the teeth, because you remember. I mean, I suppose I'm lucky in a lot of senses, because Reese was my longest one, which they always say anyway. He was 10 hours, and being my first, apparently that's quite normal. Then I had Tyler. They say the births get quicker. They do and they don't. Tyler, from the minute my waters went, my contractions started. 2 hours and 50 minutes. That was it. From the time my waters broke to the time he was delivered. It was fast. And it was that fast that it made me vomit. And they said that's quite normal, because it was like the whole rush of everything on your body, of you going into labour, birthing, you know. So she said that was normal. Then I had Ellie. What time did I go into labour with her? I know what time I had her. About 10 o'clock at night, actually, I went into labour. So about 5 hours for her. And then with Riley, it was 4 hours, but he was stuck, so that was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. And I think I probably would have forgotten the pain, but if Riley had been my first, yeah, probably wouldn't have been any more, because it was so stressful. The midwife didn't notice that Riley was lying the wrong way. Not lying, he was facing the wrong way. Whereas a baby should be facing, is it up or down? He was facing my hip instead, and that caused him to get stuck. So I had to have an epidural, an episiotomy, and forceps. So yeah, that was... and I had to have a catheter fitted too, and that was awful. Because, I don't know, I just haven't been able to go to the bathroom properly. I can't empty my bladder like normal people do, fully, ever since then. But, you know, it is what it is. Come on. Having children's fun, isn't it? I was laughing with Reece yesterday about Logan. He's properly talking now. There's probably only a couple of times I can't understand what he's saying. But Reece knows. And his little attitude. They were making cupcakes the other day, and they were sitting at the table, and I was on video chat with them, and there was a mess on the table, but it's funny. And Reece said something to Logan, and Logan rolled his eyes, and oh my gosh, for a near 3-year-old, he did it perfect. And I was just laughing. I said to Reece, he's just rolled his eyes at you, because Reece wasn't paying attention. And Reece says, oh, Mum, the attitude he gives you sometimes. He says, when you ask him to do something now, he says, the attitude you get off him. And I just laughed. I said, it's great having kids, isn't it? I don't think they realise what hard work it is, but I suppose with your first, no one does, do they? I mean, my mum never said to me how hard it was going to be, like with potty training and, you know, just... Got a knot. Hold on. Oh no. Not quite sure what's happened here, but I've got a knot. Is that something to do with it? Aha, yes. I'm just going to undo this. But yeah, God, if there was a manual saying how hard it was, I don't think anybody'd have kids. Once with mine, once they got past sort of the 2s and 3s, it wasn't so bad, and then it was off to the teenage years, and yeah. But that's what makes them the people they are today, so it all works out in the end. Anyway, guys, it's been nearly 25 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll just upload this and then send it to the people who sent me the cross stitch. Sevengreat, I think I said it's called. Oh my goodness, I've got another knot again already. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll have another stitch for me to do. I've got 2 more parcels that are on their way. Well, one that's on its way to me and another one that will be. So watch out for those as well. Thank you again to Sevengreat for sending me this gorgeous kit. I have advised them about the chart. Ouch, I just stabbed myself. And the problems with it. One of the other companies I let know, they've took it to their manufacturers, so they're dealing with it. So hopefully these issues will get sorted. Right guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Watch out for my other videos when they pop up. Ouch. Yeah, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.